Hey everyone, happy Friday and welcome to another edition of Friday Reads. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and you're excited to hear about the brand new book that I read, which is Just With You by Heather Lynn, and it features Stephen on the cover, and it is book 3 in her Tap House Blues series. I am going to read the back of the book and then jump in and say what I thought about it. Jace Miller, Fear. Life can change in the blink of an eye. Mine did. Being a cop isn't who I planned to be, but now it's my life. The only important thing. The only way I survive. She wasn't supposed to matter. One night was all I wanted, but now all I want is her. Stella Cole. Serve and protect. Helping people isn't just my career, it's who I am. One phone call changed everything. A shattered moment in time. He wanted one night, I agreed, but now I want it all. Fear is holding him back from me, and no matter how much I try, I can't change his past. This book is full on romance from the beginning, the inception of Jace and Stella's relationship, from the beginning stages of dating, through many stages. And it takes place, I think in total over maybe a 2 to 3 year time span. So you really get the full exposure of their relationship. As the back of the book, the blurb states, from them thinking it was just going to be one night of fun to an actual relationship and how it blossoms, and them just learning each other's kind of triggers and what has gone on in each of their lives and how they are where they are right now. I also did a little mini interview with Heather where I asked her a few questions, so I'm going to go over those and also say my response to the questions I asked her. So my first question was, what word or phrase would you use to describe Just With You? And Heather says, strength. Both Jace and Stella come from pasts filled with trauma and pain, but they both found ways through that, and for them it was through their separate careers. Jace chose the academy to help people who had been through what he had, and Stella chose social work to help children who had nobody to fight for them. They are both incredibly strong characters, and their story is one of strength. I think that's actually the perfect word. So I will also say strength. Without giving too much away, what was your favorite scene to write and why? And she says, when Jace tells Stella about the car accident, it was pivotal to his character and for them as a couple. In a moment of vulnerability, he was unable to protect himself from his past, and he knew that he needed to be honest with her. She shared her past with him, and he took every piece and healed it. Now it was time for her to do the same. The trust he had for her in that moment was everything. Ooh, this is a tough one without my question, the first part saying without giving too much away. Oh. I really enjoyed the relationship between Jace and his brother, and how they help one another. I also really enjoyed the kind of first dates between Jace and Stella and how that blossomed. Jace very well may be the perfect man, but he must have some flaws. And what are they? Of course Jace has flaws. Everybody does. As we see through their story, he's not good in the kitchen, and he has a tendency to put himself last, which in some circumstances is fine, but when you're dealing with the guilt and hurt still fresh from losing people you love, you need to sometimes put yourself first. Yes, he is a very terrible cook. His first instinct when he got the phone call from Joan's attorney was to lie to Stella, and while he chose to be upfront with her, that fear of facing his past almost set him on a very unhealthy path. His respect for her won out, but he definitely screws up and he then makes it right. What makes him perfect is the love and respect he always has for Stella. He's not necessarily perfect, but he is for her. And I do like when they say they're perfect for each other. He's also very, very thoughtful. Some of the gifts he gets her, I mean, how can anyone compete with this man? What makes Jace and Stella such a perfect match? Their need to help people, their drive to do good, and the love they have for their families. Both of them are very career driven, mostly in respect to their past, but they also want the same things out of life: love, family, and white picket fence happily ever after. They balance each other out, and they are both able to be strong and soft for each other, no matter what they face. I also like how they very much respect each other and balance each other out. And if one person is struggling, the other one picks up the slack, which I think is important for any relationship in general. After readers finish Just With You, what would you like them to take away? I would like for people to remember how important it is to take care of yourself first and foremost. Isn't that the truth? Inevitable, everyone in this world will go through something that will hurt you, be that a breakup, loss of a loved one, or something that will change your life. It's okay to feel weak, it's okay to let yourself go, but don't go to a dark place. Let people get you through it. Open up and accept the pain. And if you do find yourself in a scary place, it's not weak to ask for help. While we didn't get a whole backstory on it, that's exactly what Jace got himself when he went down a dark path after the accident. Drew references not wanting to see him go back to that place, and while we'll get more of that with Drew's book, it shows how much it can also hurt those who love us. Your Jace and Stella might be out there waiting for you, but until then, put yourself first and make sure your mental health is okay. You're important and loved. Don't ever forget that. I love everything that she just said. And I think that's very important. So, having said that, have you read Just With You by Heather Lynn, and what did you think about it? Have a great weekend, everyone, and make sure to subscribe to see upcoming Friday reads.